Most seniors drink hibiscus tea believing they're protecting their heart. But what if I told you that for some people over 60, this healthy tea can quietly lower blood pressure too far, strain the kidneys, interfere with medications, and even disrupt hormones without obvious warning signs? This isn't a scare tactic. It's something doctors rarely explain. Because hibiscus tea doesn't work like ordinary herbal drinks. It actively relaxes blood vessels, alters fluid balance, and changes how your body processes hormones and medications. And after 60, your body no longer compensates the way it once did. That means a drink that helps one person may silently harm another. In today's video, you'll learn exactly who should never drink hibiscus tea, why age makes the risk higher, and how to recognize when this popular tea is no longer supporting your health, but working against it. This information isn't meant to frighten you. It's meant to protect you. Because real longevity after 60 isn't about following trends. It's about understanding how your body actually responds. And once you hear the first condition on this list, you may realize why some seniors feel dizzy, weak, or off after drinking hibiscus without ever suspecting the tea. Before we begin, a gentle reminder: always speak with your trusted healthcare provider before adding or removing herbal teas, especially if you're managing blood pressure, hormones, kidney health, or medications. Now, let's start with the first group of people who should be especially careful with hibiscus tea, and the reason might surprise you. Condition number 1: low blood pressure, hypotension. For seniors whose blood pressure already runs on the lower side, hibiscus tea can quietly become a problem instead of a benefit. While it's often praised for heart health, hibiscus is not a passive or gentle drink. It actively relaxes blood vessels, which is helpful for high blood pressure, but potentially destabilizing if your pressure is already low. After age 60, the body's ability to regulate blood pressure weakens. Blood vessels lose elasticity, hydration levels fluctuate more easily, and circulation becomes sensitive to small triggers. When hibiscus tea is added, it can amplify these vulnerabilities rather than correct them. Here's what happens inside the body. Hibiscus contains anthocyanins and hibiscus acid, compounds that relax the smooth muscle lining of blood vessels. As vessels widen, blood pressure drops. At the same time, hibiscus has a mild diuretic effect, increasing fluid loss through urination. Less circulating fluid means lower blood volume, which pushes pressure down even further. For someone with normal or elevated blood pressure, this may feel beneficial. For someone already hypotensive, it can be destabilizing. This is why some seniors experience dizziness, fatigue, blurred vision, cold hands, or near fainting after drinking hibiscus tea, especially in the morning or on an empty stomach. These symptoms are not random. They are signs that the brain is receiving reduced oxygen-rich blood. The danger is subtle, not dramatic. A brief wave of lightheadedness when standing, sudden weakness after tea, a momentary blackout brushed off as just aging. Over time, repeated drops in blood pressure increase fall risk, strain the heart, and reduce consistent blood flow to the brain. This risk becomes even greater if you take blood pressure medications, diuretics, or heart drugs. Hibiscus may compound their effects, lowering pressure beyond what your body can safely tolerate. The key message is simple but important. If your blood pressure already runs low or fluctuates unpredictably, hibiscus tea is not neutral. It is an active vascular agent, and the aging body may not respond to it the way it once did. And this is only the first condition. Blood pressure is not the only system hibiscus influences. There are other hidden interactions that deserve attention. Condition number 2: hormone-sensitive conditions. If you've ever dealt with a hormone-sensitive condition, hibiscus tea deserves extra caution. What looks like a harmless herbal drink can quietly interact with estrogen pathways in the body, something that becomes more significant after midlife, when hormonal balance is already fragile. Hibiscus contains plant compounds known as phytoestrogens. These are not hormones, but they can behave like estrogen once inside the body by binding to estrogen receptors. In younger, hormonally resilient systems, this effect may be mild. In older adults or in those with estrogen-responsive conditions, it can become disruptive. This matters deeply for anyone with a history of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine fibroids, endometriosis, or other estrogen-sensitive conditions. In these cases, even weak estrogen-like activity may stimulate tissues that doctors are actively trying to calm or suppress. One compound often discussed is quercetin, a flavonoid found in hibiscus. While quercetin has antioxidant benefits, it can also interact with estrogen receptors. For individuals on hormone-blocking therapies or undergoing long-term hormonal management, this interaction may interfere with treatment goals. The risk is not immediate or dramatic. It's cumulative. Regular consumption, especially daily, concentrated, or strong brews, may slowly push hormone signaling in the wrong direction. This is why many doctors advise avoiding herbal products with estrogen-like activity when managing hormone-sensitive conditions, even if those products are natural. Another overlooked issue is that aging livers metabolize hormones more slowly. This means estrogen-like compounds may remain active longer in the bloodstream than they would in younger bodies, increasing their biological impact over time. The takeaway here is clarity, not fear. Hibiscus tea is not universally dangerous, but for individuals with hormone-sensitive conditions, it is not neutral either. What supports one system may quietly aggravate another. And hormone balance is only one piece of the puzzle. In the next condition, we'll look at how hibiscus can interfere with fertility and reproductive signaling, especially in ways most people never expect. Condition number 3, fertility challenges or trying to conceive. If you're actively trying to conceive or supporting reproductive health later in life, hibiscus tea is one of those healthy habits that may quietly work against you. This is especially important for women navigating fertility challenges, irregular cycles, or hormone-sensitive reproductive stages. Hibiscus does not simply pass through the body like flavored water. Its active plant acids and flavonoids interact with reproductive hormones that control ovulation, cycle timing, and implantation. When those signals are even slightly disrupted, fertility can become harder to achieve. One key concern involves luteinizing hormone, LH. LH plays a critical role in triggering ovulation. Research suggests that compounds in hibiscus may suppress or delay LH release when consumed regularly. That disruption can interfere with ovulation timing, making it more difficult to conceive, even if cycles appear normal on the surface. There is also evidence that hibiscus may affect the uterine environment itself. Certain plant acids in the tea have been shown to influence uterine tone and endometrial thickness. A thinner or less receptive uterine lining reduces the likelihood that a fertilized egg can successfully implant and develop. This matters even more for individuals undergoing fertility treatments or closely tracking ovulation windows. Small hormonal shifts that might seem insignificant can derail carefully timed reproductive processes. Another overlooked factor is nutritional demand. Fertility places high demands on minerals, antioxidants, and metabolic balance. Hibiscus' mild diuretic effect may increase fluid and mineral loss, which can indirectly affect reproductive signaling, especially if intake is frequent and not well balanced. It's important to be clear. Hibiscus tea is not a contraceptive, and occasional use is unlikely to cause harm. The concern arises with regular or daily consumption during periods when reproductive hormones need stability and precision. For anyone actively trying to conceive, managing fertility challenges, or supporting reproductive health after 40, hibiscus tea is best avoided or used only under professional guidance. Next, we'll explore a condition where hibiscus tea can place direct strain on a vital filtering system in the body, the kidneys, and why this matters more as we age. Condition number 4, kidney disorders or chronic kidney disease, CKD. If your kidneys are already under strain, hibiscus tea is not as gentle as it seems. While it's often marketed as a detox drink, this reputation can be misleading, especially for seniors managing kidney concerns or reduced kidney function. Your kidneys work nonstop to filter waste, balance fluids, and regulate minerals like sodium, potassium, and calcium. Hibiscus tea contains biologically active compounds that can interfere with these delicate processes when kidney function is compromised. One of the biggest concerns is oxalate content. Hibiscus petals naturally contain oxalates, compounds that can bind with calcium and form crystals. In healthy kidneys, small amounts are usually excreted without issue. But when kidney function is reduced, oxalates can accumulate, increasing the risk of kidney stone formation and further kidney damage. Hibiscus also has a mild diuretic effect. This means it encourages fluid loss through increased urination. For someone with CKD or weakened kidneys, this can disrupt hydration and electrolyte balance, leading to fatigue, dizziness, muscle cramps, or abnormal heart rhythms. What feels like cleansing may actually be dehydration in disguise. Another overlooked issue is mineral loss. Frequent diuretic action can contribute to the loss of essential electrolytes that kidneys already struggle to regulate efficiently. Over time, this imbalance may place additional stress on the cardiovascular system, which is already closely linked to kidney health. Animal and observational studies have raised further concerns about long-term hibiscus extract use and kidney toxicity when consumed regularly in high amounts. While human responses vary, caution is essential when kidney resilience is already reduced. This doesn't mean hibiscus tea is harmful to everyone, but for those with kidney disease, a history of kidney stones, or declining kidney function with age, it's simply not worth the risk without medical supervision. Up next, we'll cover a risk that often goes unnoticed until problems appear: how hibiscus tea can interfere with common medications many seniors take daily, and why this interaction can be more serious than it sounds. Condition number 5, medication interactions, a hidden but serious risk. If you're taking prescription medications, hibiscus tea may quietly interfere with how those drugs work in your body. This is one of the most overlooked dangers, because nothing feels wrong at first, yet important changes may be happening behind the scenes. Hibiscus is not an inactive drink. It contains bioactive compounds that influence how your liver enzymes metabolize medications and how your kidneys eliminate them. When those pathways are altered, drugs may become stronger than intended, weaker than expected, or unpredictable in their effects. One major concern is blood pressure medication. Hibiscus naturally lowers blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels and increasing fluid loss. If you're already taking antihypertensive drugs, combining them with hibiscus tea may push blood pressure too low, leading to dizziness, weakness, blurred vision, or even fainting, especially when standing up. Another risk involves diabetes medications. Hibiscus can lower blood sugar levels on its own. When paired with insulin or oral glucose-lowering drugs, it may cause blood sugar to drop too far. Symptoms like shakiness, sweating, confusion, rapid heartbeat, or sudden fatigue may appear without warning. Hibiscus also has a diuretic effect, which becomes dangerous when combined with water pills or medications that affect fluid balance. This combination can increase dehydration and disturb sodium and potassium levels, raising the risk of muscle cramps, irregular heart rhythms, and kidney stress, particularly in older adults. Certain studies suggest hibiscus may interact with commonly prescribed drugs such as hydrochlorothiazide, altering urine output and drug clearance. This doesn't always show up in routine blood tests right away, which makes the risk even easier to miss. The most important takeaway is this: if you take daily medications, especially for blood pressure, blood sugar, heart health, or kidney function, hibiscus tea should never be added casually. What seems like a harmless herbal habit may quietly undermine your treatment plan. Always discuss herbal teas with your healthcare provider. Not because hibiscus is bad, but because your medications are carefully balanced, and even natural substances can tip that balance in the wrong direction. Next, we'll shift perspective and talk about something important: when hibiscus tea can be beneficial, who may safely enjoy it, and how to use it wisely without putting your health at risk. Transition: understanding hibiscus tea benefits. Up to this point, hibiscus tea may have sounded concerning, but the real message isn't fear, it's understanding hibiscus tea benefits in the right context. In ageless vitality, no food or tea is automatically good or bad. Hibiscus tea benefits depend on who is drinking it, how much, and when. The same tea that supports heart health and metabolism in one person may not suit someone dealing with low blood pressure, hormone sensitivity, or kidney stress. This is where balance matters most, especially as we age. Our bodies respond more strongly to herbs, medications, and dietary changes. Small adjustments can create big effects, for better or worse. So rather than asking, is hibiscus tea safe or dangerous? The better question is, how can hibiscus tea benefits be used wisely and selectively? Let's now shift from caution to clarity and explore how this tea may support health when used appropriately. Benefit number 1: supports healthy blood pressure balance. One of the most well-known hibiscus tea benefits is its ability to support healthy blood pressure, especially in adults over 60 whose vessels naturally become stiffer with age. Hibiscus tea contains powerful plant compounds called anthocyanins, the same pigments that give the tea its deep ruby color. These compounds help relax the smooth muscles surrounding blood vessels, allowing arteries to widen and blood to flow with less resistance. What makes this especially important for seniors is how gently hibiscus works. Instead of forcing blood pressure down abruptly, hibiscus supports the body's natural nitric oxide pathways. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that tells blood vessels to relax. As nitric oxide availability improves, pressure inside the vessels decreases in a controlled, steady way. This is why many people notice gradual improvements rather than sudden drops. Another layer of benefit comes from hibiscus's mild diuretic effect. It encourages the body to release excess sodium and fluid without stripping potassium the way some medications do. This supports healthier fluid balance and reduces unnecessary pressure on the cardiovascular system. For best results, hibiscus tea is typically consumed consistently, 1 to 2 cups per day, unsweetened. It works best as part of a routine, not as an emergency fix. And while it can be supportive, it should never replace prescribed medications without medical supervision. In the right person, used correctly, hibiscus tea can be a gentle ally for long-term vascular health. Benefit number 2: supports liver function and metabolic health. Another overlooked hibiscus tea benefit lies in its ability to support the liver, an organ that quietly works harder with each passing decade. The liver is responsible for detoxification, fat metabolism, and regulating cholesterol and blood sugar, functions that often slow with age. Hibiscus contains polyphenol and protocadicuic acid, antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress inside liver cells. Oxidative stress is one of the main drivers of fatty liver changes and chronic inflammation. By neutralizing free radicals, these compounds help protect liver tissue and support healthier enzyme activity. Hibiscus also influences how the liver handles fats. Research suggests that its plant acids may help regulate triglyceride breakdown and reduce fat accumulation in liver cells. This is particularly relevant for older adults dealing with metabolic slowdown, insulin resistance, or early signs of fatty liver. Unlike harsh detox products, hibiscus does not flush the liver aggressively. Instead, it supports steady metabolic efficiency, helping the liver do what it is designed to do, day after day. Many people find it especially helpful when consumed after meals, when the liver is most active in processing nutrients and fats. When used responsibly, 1 to 2 cups daily may help reinforce liver resilience, especially when paired with adequate protein intake, reduced sugar consumption, and regular movement. Benefit number 3. Aids weight management and blood sugar stability. Hibiscus tea benefits extend beyond the heart and liver into metabolic balance and weight control, particularly for seniors who struggle with blood sugar swings and stubborn weight gain. Hibiscus does not burn fat directly, but it influences how the body processes carbohydrates and stores energy. One key mechanism involves hibiscus's effect on digestive enzymes, especially amylase. Amylase breaks starch into sugar. Hibiscus polyphenol gently slow this process, meaning carbohydrates are digested more slowly and blood sugar rises more gradually. This helps prevent the sharp glucose spikes that trigger insulin surges and fat storage. Hibiscus also improves insulin sensitivity, allowing cells to respond more effectively to insulin. When insulin works efficiently, the body is less likely to store excess energy as fat, particularly around the abdomen, an area many seniors struggle with. Additionally, hibiscus is naturally caffeine-free and calorie-free, making it a smart replacement for sweetened drinks. Drinking it before or between meals may help reduce cravings and support appetite awareness without suppressing hunger unnaturally. The key is consistency and moderation. Hibiscus works best when combined with protein-rich meals, fiber intake, and daily movement. It supports metabolic rhythm rather than forcing weight loss, which is exactly what aging bodies respond to best. Benefit number 4. Supports cholesterol and artery health. As we age, cholesterol balance becomes less about numbers and more about how cholesterol behaves inside the body. One of the quieter hibiscus tea benefits is its ability to support healthier lipid metabolism and protect blood vessels from oxidative damage. Hibiscus flavonoids help reduce LDL oxidation, a critical factor in plaque formation. Oxidized LDL is far more dangerous than elevated LDL alone because it sticks to artery walls and triggers inflammation. By limiting oxidation, hibiscus helps keep cholesterol particles less harmful. At the same time, hibiscus may support lower triglyceride levels by influencing how fats are absorbed in the intestines and processed by the liver. Over time, this can lead to a more balanced lipid profile without aggressive dietary restriction. Another benefit lies in endothelial protection. The endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels, controls dilation and blood flow. Hibiscus antioxidants help preserve endothelial flexibility, which supports smoother circulation and reduces long-term cardiovascular strain. For seniors, these effects accumulate slowly but meaningfully. 1 to 2 cups daily, especially after meals, may gently reinforce artery health when paired with healthy fats like olive oil and omega-3s. Benefit number 5. Supports mood, calm, and skin aging. The final hibiscus tea benefit often surprises people: its influence on mood stability and skin health. Aging affects not just the body, but also stress response, sleep quality, and skin resilience, and hibiscus touches all three. Hibiscus contains quercetin and anthocyanins, compounds that help regulate cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. By preventing excessive cortisol spikes, hibiscus supports a calmer nervous system and more stable emotional tone, especially when consumed in the late afternoon or early evening. It also supports brain chemistry through gentle interaction with GABA pathways, which promote relaxation without sedation. This makes hibiscus a soothing option for those who feel wired but tired. From a skin perspective, hibiscus provides vitamin C and organic acids that support collagen production and cellular repair. Collagen naturally declines with age, leading to thinning, dryness, and loss of elasticity. Hibiscus doesn't reverse aging, but it supports the internal conditions skin needs to age more gracefully. Taken together, these effects make hibiscus tea a quiet daily ritual. one that supports inner calm, outer resilience, and overall vitality when used with awareness. Final conclusion. Hibiscus tea is neither a miracle cure nor something to fear. It's a tool. And like any tool, its value depends on who uses it, how it's used, and when it's appropriate. For the right person, hibiscus tea can gently support blood pressure balance, liver function, metabolic health, cholesterol regulation, mood, and even skin aging. These benefits don't come from extremes or overdosing, but from consistency, moderation, and self-awareness. What matters most, especially after 60, is learning to listen to your body instead of blindly following trends. A drink that supports one system may challenge another. That doesn't make it good or bad. It makes it individual. Ageless vitality isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things for your body. If hibiscus tea fits your health profile, it can become a calm, grounding ritual that supports long-term resilience. If it doesn't, choosing to avoid it is just as wise. Real health is not about adding more. It's about choosing better. Now, let's hear from you. Have you tried hibiscus tea before? Did you notice benefits or discomfort? Leave a comment below and share your experience. Your story may help someone else make a smarter decision for their health. If this video helped you understand hibiscus tea benefits more clearly, subscribe to Ageless Vitality and turn on the bell so you never miss science-backed guidance made for mature bodies. We're here to help you age with clarity, strength, and confidence, one informed choice at a time.